नमस्ते, राम स्वरूप जोशी, lecturer mathematics, Swami Vivekanand Government Model School, Asind. I am present here with fourth lesson on chapter application of derivatives. Today we will take maxima and minima of functions. So let us understand what is maximum or minimum of a given function. We will understand it in two ways. First, by graph, and then second by derivative. See here, this is a graph for sin x. At pi by 2, the value of function is 1. And at pi, it is 0. At 0 degree, it is also 0. At 3 pi by 2, x equal to 3 pi by 2, it is minus 1. Function of the value of function at pi by 2 is 1. Sin, because sin pi by 2 is 1 here. And sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1 here. We know that the maximum value of sine function is 1 and minimum value is minus 1. And the value of any, and for any angle of the value of sine function is between minus 1 to 1. And here if we observe this graph, for the value of x equal to pi by 2, we are having the value of function as 1. This is the maximum value of function in this interval, 0 to pi. Again, from pi to 2 pi, here is the minimum value which is minus 1. From 0 to 2 pi, we will have the maximum value 1 at x equal to pi by 2, and at x equal to 3 pi by 2, the minimum value will be minus 1. And again, repetition will occur for values more than 2 pi in this manner, and for less than 0 values also minus pi by 2, minus pi, similar graph will appear. This is a point of maximum, and it is at pi by 2. And this is a point of minimum, 3 pi by 2. And the value is minus 1 here. So 1 is the maximum value of function at pi by 2, and it is minus 1 the minimum value at 3 pi by 2. In the similar way, we can understand for any given function, we may have maximum value in a certain interval or in domain, or minimum value in the given domain. How it comes? Let us see a graph. This first graph. Here is a graph in which the value of function is plotted as this curve. Now at x equal to c, the highest value of function for this interval or the domain is fc. This is denoted by this height here. Now what about the values of x in neighborhood of c? Say the value just near to c and less than c, it is a point here. And again more than c, this is a point here. So there is slight increment in c and slight decrement in c. And we observe that in the vicinity of fc or the values at near to c, the value of function for any value in this interval except x equal to c is less than fc. This will be the peak point, or the points from here to here the value is less than fc, and here also f then less c. So this is called a point of maximum value, and this height or the value of function at c will be called maximum value of function. Similarly, here is another function. Here at x equal to c we are having this height, the value of function is c, and in the neighborhood of this c all values are greater than fc. So if there is a point c and fc is less than fx, where x is less than c or greater than c, the value near c, and if the value of function at c is fc and the values around this for x greater than c and less than c, the value is greatest among all values of the neighborhood of c, then this point c is called a maximum point value, and this value of function at c will be called maximum of the function. And here if this condition occurs, just say here the value is greater than fc, again greater than fc, again greater than fc, all values are greater than fc in the interval, and here on this side of c, in neighborhood of c, all values are greater than c, fc. It means fx is greater than fc, and here fx, the value of the function for points other than c is greater than, is less than fc. fc is highest here and here fc is lowest here. Then this point is called a point of minimum, here it is a point of maximum, and the value at the function of the function at c is here minimum value, and here it is maximum value. Now we start with second method. Here see the tangent at any point, say this is in the neighborhood of c, this may be the tangent here. Its slope is negative because its slope is positive because it is making an angle with x-axis from positive direction is less than 90. Again here the angle is negative. So slope is negative here of tangent at any point here, just say near this point C. And here the slope is positive. So the function is increasing in this part and decreasing in this part. If slope is negative, then decreasing, and here always increasing up to f equal to c, fc. And here the condition is reversed. This is negative slope of tangent HA for each point for the value less than c, x less than c, the tangents will have negative slope, and here the tangents will have positive slope. So in two ways we can understand the maximum and minimum value. Now we come to understand where maximum or minimum value will occur or will be there. For this, we first of all take critical point for a given function. What is critical point? The point, the value of x where maximum or minimum value occurs is called a point of criticalness. And what is critical point? A point where the derivative is 0 and its geometrical meaning is such, say this is the point of maxima or minima. Here the tangent will be parallel to x-axis, and here also the point tangent will be parallel to x-axis. Now see these two conditions. If this is a sine graph, sine function, then here at x equal to pi by 2, it will be a critical point where the nature of function changes. Before pi by 2 it is increasing, and after pi by 2 it is decreasing. And see here at 3 pi by 2, before 3 pi by 2 it is a decreasing function, and the values more than 3 pi by 2, just near to pi by 2, it is increasing. So where the point where the nature of graph changes as increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing is called a point of criticalness, or a critical point is that. In second way, if this is not so, if the function is differentiable, then this is the condition where the derivative value is 0, or in other words the tangent is parallel to x-axis. That is a critical point. And if the function is not differentiable, see the second condition, this is a function, modulus function. Modulus of x is negative for values less than x and equal to 0 or greater than 0 for values positive. So function will be given by fx is equal to x for values greater than 0 or equal to 0, and for less than 0 it will be minus x. This function is not differentiable at x equal to 0, but here the value is minimum here, as we see the graph of this function. So the function is not differentiable at x equal to 0. This is the meaning of critical point. Here x equal to 0 is critical point for sine function, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, similarly 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, and before this minus pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2. These all are critical points where the nature of function changes from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing. How can we find point of maxima and minima, or and in this way the minimum and maximum value of function? Now we discuss the first way to find maximum or minimum of a function. For this, if the given function is double differentiable, or we can find differential of differential coefficient, then this will be the way. First of all, find a point of a critical point, that is C, where the derivative is 0. The value of derivative is 0 here. Then find second derivative, and if it is less than 0 or negative, then C is a point of maximum value. And if it is positive or greater than 0, then C is a point where minimum value of the function will occur. Now what are the steps? First of all, find derivative of the given function with respect to x, say it is y. Then put the first derivative equal to 0 and solve the equation. Say x equal to C is the solution. This is a critical point for the given function. Double differentiate and then find the value of second derivative at x equal to C. Two conditions may arise. And third, we will discuss later. If it is negative, its sign is negative, or its value is less than 0, we say that there is C is a point where maximum value of function will present. And if it is positive or greater than 0, then we say that there is a point of minimum. And it is equal to 0. If f double dash x is 0, then we say that test fails here and we will proceed towards the first derivative method. So this is the way how we can find that maximum or minimum value of a function, and the points where minimum and maximum value occurs using the derivatives. If we want to find local maxima or minima, then we will choose second derivative test. We have discussed it. If second derivative's value at critical point is greater than 0 or less than 0, we can use that test. But in third condition, when value of the second derivative at critical point comes out 0, then this test fails. And in that case, we have to use first derivative method. We have already discussed it, but I am repeating. What is first derivative test? If we calculate first derivative and put it 0, then we find critical point. Say x equal to c is a critical point. Before going through this, I am explaining with the figure. Say first condition. Say c is a critical point. What will be its outcome? The tangent at x equal to c will be parallel to x-axis for the given curve, and its slope will be 0. Now, on left of this point C, if the tangent is making an angle with positive value, it means the derivative is positive here for values less than C or on left side of C. Then we can say that the function may be increasing. The value of derivative will increase or slope of tangent will be positive. It means the function is increasing on left of this point C. And if we proceed towards right of this point C in neighborhood of C and take any value, say this is the value, here the tangent is making negative angle with x-axis from negative direction, then the slope of tangent will be negative. It means the function will be decreasing. So first it is increasing, and at C it is the slope of tangent is 0, and then the slope is negative. So the slope changes first positive, then 0, and then negative. It means the function is first increases, the value becomes maximum here, and then at 0, the slope of tangent is 0, and then it will decrease. So it is a point of maximum. Increasing, 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 and then decreasing after C. So C is a point of maxima. Similarly, if the tangent of slope for values less than C, this is C here, less than C or in neighborhood of C, if the tangent is making negative angle, then first it is decreasing. And after C, it increases. So the nature of function changes here at C. First it is decreasing and then increasing. It means it is a point of minimum value. And this will be the minimum value at C. And here the maximum value will be the value of function at C, and here also it will be the value of function at C. So as a result, what will we do? First of all, if we use first derivative test, we will find first derivative first and put it 0 and find critical point. The function must be continuous at this point C. Now if the value of function is greater than 0, the value of derivative is greater than 0 for values less than C or left of C, then after this, if it changes the nature and the derivative's value becomes negative or less than 0, then we say that the function is increasing before C and decreasing after C, and the function C is point of maximum value. From C on left it will be with lower value, and after C it will have lower values than FC. Again, if prior to this point C the values are negative and after C the values are positive of the derivative, then we say that C is a point of minima. On left it is negative, the slope is negative, and on right the slope is positive to C. Then it is said that the C is a point of local minima. Now third condition. What is third condition? If the value of derivative is positive on left of C and also positive on right of C, or negative on left of C or negative on right of C, on both sides. Here it is negative and then it is turned into positive for minimum point of minima, and point of maxima from positive to it changes negative. But if on both sides of C, C is a critical point, and then if the value of function is positive on both sides of C, or say this is the condition. Here is a graph. Here the derivative will be positive and here also positive if the graph is like this, because this line is making positive angle with x-axis, and if the line is like this, the graph is like this will be the slope of tangent or derivative's value will be negative. So in this case the point will be a called point of inflection. Here the value of function will not change sign. Before C it will be of same sign, and after C it will be of same sign. And also about derivatives value. Derivative will be positive or greater than 0 throughout the domain, or it will be negative throughout the domain. It means on left or right, both sides, the value of derivative will not change. In this case, we say that that is a point of inflection. So on conclusion, if we want to find local maxima, first of all, use second derivative test. If it fails, it means if second derivative's value at C is 0, then use first derivative method, and point of inflection is that point at which the graph of the function doesn't changes, or the tangents are, the slope of tangent doesn't become positive to negative or negative to positive, it remains with same sign. Now we take some questions. I am taking question number first part second from exercise 6.5. Exercise 6.5, question number 1, part 2nd. Here we are given a function fx. Function is f here, and it is given by 9x square plus 12x plus 2. We have to find minimum or maximum value if exists for the function. Now, as I told earlier, we will use second derivative test first. We have to find minimum or maximum of this function. The given function is nine x square plus 12x plus 2. So when we use second derivative test, first of all we will find first derivative. The first derivative will be, I am writing directly, it will be 9 into 2, that is 12x plus 9 into 2, that is 18, sorry, 18x. 9 into derivative of x square, that is 9 into 2x, and it is 18x. And derivative of 12x, 12 into 1, that is 12, and derivative of 2 is 0. Put it 0. If f dash x is 0, then 18x plus 12 equal to 0. Or you can say 6 into 3x plus 2 equal to 0. 6 is not 0, so this factor will be 0. 3x plus 2 equal to 0. This will give the value of x as this, x equal to minus 2 by 3. So here we are having only one critical point. C equal to minus 2 by 2. Find second derivative. Again, f double dash x is derivative of this 18x plus 12, and it will be simply 18. What is value of this function at minus 2 by 3? Is 18, it is constant, and it is positive. At x equal to minus 2 by 3, that is C, the critical point. X equal to minus 2 by 3 is a critical point. F, the value of the second derivative is 18, and it is positive. Or at C equal to 18, which is greater than 0 or positive. So by second derivative test, second order derivative test, fx is minimum, because if it is positive, the is minimum. 2 by 3. And value is 2 by 3. Put here the value 9x square, 9 into minus 2 by 3 whole square, plus 12 into minus 2 by 3 and plus 2. This will be 9 into 4 by 9. So square of negative number is positive, and 12 into minus 2 by 3. So this negative sign will be here, negative, and plus 2. This is 4 and this is 8, minus 8 plus 2. And the result will be 8 minus 6, that is minus 2. So what is minimum value? Our answer is minimum minus 2. Now fourth part of this question, we are given a function g. Here function is gx equal to x cube plus 3 plus 1. I am using second derivative method. Find derivative of this function g with respect to x. We will call it g prime x, and it will be derivative of x cube plus 1, and it will be 3x square. Put g dash x equal to 0. We get 3x square equal to 0, x square equal to 0, or this implies x is equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is a critical point. X equal to 0. Find second derivative. Derivative of this 3x square. 6x, and second derivative at 0, that is 0. Second derivative test fails. Failed. So we will proceed towards first derivative method. I am explaining it with graph. This is a lumber line. So this is point 0, and here the values of x greater than 0, and in this part values will be less than 0. So on left of this point, I am taking only the first derivative by first derivative test. Now we use first derivative test. X is equal to 3x square. 4. X less than 0 on left of 0. f dash x will be 3 into negative quantities square. Just say -1 square or -2 square, -3 square, whatever may be the value, or just near to this point. Minus half, -1/4, whatever you may take. What will be the sign of this? X square will be always positive. X square will be positive, whatever may be the value. If the value is less than 0 or on left of 0, this derivative will be positive, and on right of this 0 or value is positive for x. If we take x positive, this 3x square is positive, and if we take negative value or values on left of 0, it is again positive. That is 3x square is positive. Positive. And for x greater than 0, f dash x, or the value of derivative is 3x square, is again positive. Positive. So value here for derivative will be positive, and after 0 it is again positive. It means the derivative doesn't change sign. Value of derivative on left as well as on right to x equal to 0 will be positive. Positive. This means f dash x does not change sign. Or we can say the sign does not changes. Hence, x equal to 0 is a point of inflection. So our answer is there is no maxima or minima exist.